before we begin, I missed the woe from last part. Now that the woe count is up to 19, let's begin part 2 properly. So, now that we've beaten the game, beaten the game.
Yeah, we beat the game.
That was a one-part game. That was very uneventful.
Anyways.
Just wait until we get to Pokemon Blue and see how quickly I beat the game.
Anyway, one of the things you saw there was a purple CTR token. We'll get to those in part 5. Trust me.
Joy.
But, if you beat a sector, you can actually do all the extra stuff in that sector. You can go for the CTR tokens, you can go for the relic races, 20 woes.
We didn't even get to the next race yet.
This is not how the song sounds like. There's not supposed to be this like little chippy, glitchy thing you hear. Fortunately, it's the only instance of that, and hopefully this should be the only part where that happens. But yeah, welcome to Coco Park. Essentially a NASCAR speedway with a lot more turns. With a lot.
Ed, welcome.
A lot more turn.
Okay, so it's basically your typical.
Well, this can't be a NASCAR speedway because at one point you turn right.
Yeah, so basically.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. This isn't 200 left turns.
Yeah, so basically, this is your typical speedway track.
Yeah.
In pre-release builds of material, there was actually supposed to be a set of like flowers that say Coco on the side of the mountains.
So the tracks were actually meant to be like character themed.
There are
What
more.
happened there?
I got bombed in the ass.
No. Like you aimed forward and your bomb went sideways.
I say the items here are more balanced than Mario Kart because with this game you don't feel like luck is always against your side when you don't need it to be. Because there's more skill involved with this game rather than actual luck.
Yeah, I always preferred this to Mario Kart for precisely that reason. It felt like you would win if you were good rather than win if you were lucky.
Yeah, so it's just like it doesn't feel like a fluke that you won. It feels like you won for being good at the game.
AKA, this game doesn't have what we call getting Mario Karted.
Yeah.
Because next thing you know, it's like you get hit by a blue shell, then you get like 3 red shells, then you get hit by the Mega Mushroom guy, and oh look, you plummeted off the track. Now you're gonna have to respawn while 2 more people pass you, and then you just get hit by a green shell right at the last second, and you end up in dead last place, and you just drive off the cliff because you can't take life anymore.
And that all happens at the end of lap 3.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like
I think the Daisy gift in I think it was the DK one explained it perfectly. Basically,
yeah, it's essentially just like if that happens to you, we might as well restart the cup because yeah.
I like the fact that on the podium, you got Crash celebrating there, whatever. The guy in the third is all annoyed and everything. Coco's just sat there surfing the net.
Power sliding.
Like, he doesn't give a shit.
Power slide.
I was gonna say, well, first of all, that's Engine. He's just annoyed and he's blowing off steam, literally. So.
I mean, a lot of the other characters will also be quite obviously annoyed when they've lost. But Coco in second, she just sat there, just like Facebooking or something.
No, I
But it's more like they're either annoyed or they just don't give a shit.
Yeah, Coco's just off to the side. He's just like, gotta post this to Instagram.
No, it's just like, dear Coco, how can you type without your laptop battery? Deleted.
No, she's just writing on her. She's just writing on her late '90s website about how she didn't place first.
Oh,
how she didn't what?
Her late '90s website built on GeoCities.
GeoCity.
Complete with under construction.
Oh god.
Alright, if I remember correctly, the wall's coming up right now. We actually just passed it.
Because I didn't have an item for it. Don't worry, I'll get an item for that shortly. And I'm... thank you, TNT Crate.
Actually, speaking of Coco's reactions and that, in the Crash 1, 2, 3 remakes, I've not played that far through them, but I have played through enough with Coco that if you miss a lot of breaks in a level, at the end, they all come down, land on her head. If it's like a couple, then she's not that bothered. If it's a few, then she looks upset. But if you miss like 20 or 30, she looks at you and she is so pissed off at you.
Oh my god. Also, did you see how...
Time warp.
Yeah.
Point blank. That was essentially a point blank blue shell, is what that was.
Yeah.
Crash use Electro Ball. It's super effective.
Actually, if I remember rightly something about that, when you have that normal, it just hones in on the leader, but if you have the souped up version, it hones on
It hits
everyone.
Exactly.
It's the N64 blue shell, and it just feels so satisfying to use it. Because it's just like, this is what you get! My super laser ball!
Dingus!
Except I'm not aiming at the Earth. I'm going for
higher.
I'm aiming at all of you!
I'm aiming at the moon!
Watch this.
What are you gonna do? Oh, hidden shortcut?
Don't worry, I do get the CTR supercut.
The only other kart racer I see that does that for its shortcut is Lego Racers.
I haven't played Lego Racers in a long time. I had the N64 version.
Neither.
I find the N64 version intro to be better than the PlayStation version because it actually feels like it's showing off what the game is actually like.
We get it, Aku.
While power sliding, wait until the smoke from your
These are...
exhaust
You can't skip these, can you?
Press the L1.
Yes, you can, but I might as well show these because
And miss your chance.
It may have been worth having subtitles on.
yeah, but I'm playing off of Emulator, and I wish I was playing the PS3 version. I wish I had a capture card for that, because if I was, you would see the subtitles.
Let me guess, emulation issues cause the subtitles to not show up?
It's more so that the PlayStation 3 version is a mishmash of all the other versions.
Oh, okay.
Where it's a more complete version.
So the
At
PlayStation,
least until Nitro Field.
so the PlayStation
Yeah.
3 version, does that have actually I'll talk about it later.
Yeah, I got whoa comboed.
Yeah.
That's basically a softcore definition of getting Mario Karted. Oh my god, Giga, really?
It's a clock! I have to! My stando! Naughty dog!
I thought Crash's stand would be like Wumpa Whoa or something.
I know in Nitro Kart when you use that item it adds like a grayscale filter. For every
I know there's a weapon in Mega Man X5 which freezes time in negative filters, so it's essentially a Zawardo in Mega Man X5.
Yeah, the only thing I don't like about this track is just of how hard that one thing is to do. Well, not that.
Yeah.
The cornering section around the pyramid is just really unforgiving in my opinion.
Yeah, it's all about angling. And
angle
if you thought that was hard, the ultra shortcuts with this track. The one where you skip this turn, the one where you get on the railing and skip the turn even more. And yeah. But the one shortcut that I did in the first lap, I am so bad at doing that consistently because, like, if it isn't the Sewer Speedway shortcut that I cannot do, it's that one particularly.
Because, let me guess, other times you'll just miss the block entirely and just careen into the pit.
I just barely am not able to make it. Watch. That's why. That's... Like, you need to time a boost, like, correctly for that. Putting AT&T there on single-player mode is a bad idea, because not only will no one even go for it, but, you'd be most likely to hit it yourself.
You cost Deco down second place.
Well, he's got to help his sister out, you see.
Yo, Cuckoo!
Oh, so they're collaborating on each other.
Yeah, but in Nitro Kart, there's actually a bit of a team aspect in the adventure mode.
To get around a tight turn, or to face a direction quickly, use the brake
To get around the tight
by
turn.
pressing
We've
and
done this
holding
like
the
several
square button
times, Aku.
while turning hard.
You're a little
You
bit
know,
you're a
he
little
tells
bit
you he tells you this right after this one track, and I somehow triggered this!
Boss Garage. You must come in first place in
I wasn't
all
even in the
four
hitbox!
races of this
At
area.
least it's not as bad as like the Sonic Forces, where at the beginning of the game it says, "Have you played a Sonic game before?" You say yes, and then the first hint is, "Pick up rings, otherwise you're going to die." It's like, I've been playing these games for a quarter of a century, and I told you that, and yet you're still telling me, "Oh, pick up rings." Yes, I know.
It's like they were built for me!
Yeah, remember in Kirby Superstar, even if you say that you already know how the game works, it gives you the tutorial anyway.
Well,
Yeah.
actually, doesn't Pokemon Gold, Silver and Crystal have a similar thing where you got the poker gear and stuff? You know how to use the phone on this, right? And you say yes,
Yes.
and then it tells you how to use the phone.
Yeah.
Fortunately, in Gold and Silver and Crystal, they make the catching tutorial optional, but they make it required in Pokemon Heart Gold Soul Silver, but it's not much of a detriment because Heart Gold Soul Silver are fantastic remakes.
Well, the catching tutorials are optional in Red and Piano as well.
Yeah, and in Red and Blue, it's your best way to get Missing No.
Yeah, and Gen 1 has the catching tutorial completely optional, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, speaking of Dingo Canyon, did you see how this track looks in the remake?
Yeah, I saw how this looks. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so beautiful. It's easily one of the best looking tracks in the game. But you're gonna see how close to this. I'm gonna tell you this now. I get a close finish on this track.
How
Oh
close.
boy, is it because of all the items that keep hitting you?
So you might want to pay attention to Tiny, because he is breathing down my neck, trying to ensure his victory. And I'm pretty sure he didn't take the victory from he didn't take his loss from Crash 2 or Crash 3 very well, so he wants revenge.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna throw the nitro
Well, I
crate
don't
in
think
front of him?
You can't throw you can't throw nitro crates, sadly.
Damn.
Watch this. Okay.
No! No, I see Lythero is taking up to. I see Lythero. I see Crash is taking up the voice of Lythero in that clip.
Yeah, Kreg, you're kind of cutting out and stumbling over your own words.
Yeah.
Bapu is world's best driver. Bapu moves so fast, you munch tracks.
You munch tracks?
You bunch of tricks. Are we gonna get another
What?
woe?
Well, you said it. We got it.
It has to be.
Yeah. I get a woe for every boss door.
Okay, so if I remember correctly, Papu is basically a heavy character, which means great speed, not the best at turning.
Yeah, I had the hardest time trying to play this character when I was recording
So you
engine
probably can't tell that
sounds.
from looking at him, considering the fact he's making these turns perfectly.
Well, he's an AI. You know, he's an AI. He's programmed to make them perfectly. I am. Yeah, Aku Aku also gives you invincibility on return.
Wow!
Wow, Kirko.
Elliot, seriously.
No, Giga, seriously.
Gig-
I swear, guys, I love this game. I'm really good at it. Also, you see that missile just blow up in front of nothing?
Yeah.
About as effective as the Jaws and Sonic Robo Blast 2 card.
Oh yeah. Well, actually, that's a lie because if they were the Jaws, they wouldn't be able to hit Papu Papu. Period.
Turning radius. Turning radius on these things are Pennsylvania.
Well, that's an analogy if I heard one.
And I mean that isn't like the entire state of Pennsylvania. That's how big the turning radius is.
Oh my god. Why, Kreg?
Thunk.
Yeah, but this track would probably be the hardest to do a boss race on because I would say the second hardest to do a boss race on is probably Dragon Mines.
Is it because of
yeah,
this section?
that's with Komodo Joe, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's essentially racing yourself. Except Komodo Joe. Ow!
Why were you directly behind him?
Komodo Joe. I can't remember what he. I think he throws nitro. It's either nitro crates or like. Oh no! I think he throws. Freaking. Bomb. No,
I don't know if you noticed.
Throws TNT crates.
I don't know if you noticed in the background, but Papu Papu just literally blew up on the finish line.
He freaking disrespected him.
Yeah, that's like a Ganon side disrespect in a Smash match. If
Yeah.
I've ever seen one.
We earned those jiggle physics.
Oh my god.
We got a key.
God, Papu just looks dejected.
Oh, dang it.
Papu's not himself today. Maybe Papu not eating a big breakfast. You are bad.
Not enough big breakfast.
Yeah, I think you've been covering your breakfast well enough there.
Papu, you need to eat more. You need to eat more cereal. It's fucking delicious.
Yeah, especially Oreos. Oreo-O's. Those are good. You ever had those?
I had those, but I was gonna say, oops, all berries. Mic drop.
Oops, the comment section just explodes.
Yeah, so you're gonna be like, whoa, oops, all berries.
Whoa, all berries. Anyways, next time on Crash Team Racing, we're going to the North Pole.
North Pole or North Bowl?
Bowl. I'm not kidding. It's North Pole.
Oh my god.
See you guys then.
Goodbye.